All right, welcome to this informational Zoom. We're really excited to share with you about an upcoming community fall health transformation or health reset. My name is Christina Amon, and I have been sharing these transformations with people and guiding and facilitating them for almost 6 years. And I'm really passionate about it because I'm going to get deeper into, but the results that I see people have, especially when they've been to all the doctors or tried all the other diets or tried all the other supplements or superfoods and still aren't finding solutions, and the results and the relief and the quality of life that people find when going on these 30 or 60 or ideally 90-day programs to really see the progression just lights me up. It has me coming back to share with you on these Zooms what we have, because I know how powerful it is, how unique it is, and how needed it is in these times. So I want to thank you for taking the time. If you're here live or you're watching the replay, thank you for being with us for a few moments to hear stories and some of the science behind what we do and share. And whoever is sharing this with you, just know that they're sharing it with you because they really care. We have seen such life-changing, literally life-saving transformations that whoever took the time to reach out to you and invite you to listen to this really cares. So give them thanks. And we're going to wrap up at the end with hearing how they can support you in taking the next steps. But let me tell you a little bit about my story. Like I said, about 6 years ago, I was a very depleted mother of two small children. I didn't know I was depleted. I didn't really even know what that word meant because I am an organic farmer. We were growing a lot of our own food. We were sourcing food from other neighbor farms and farmers markets, eating all organic, doing all the things. So I didn't really think, to be honest, that there was much that I would personally gain from these superfoods. And I was quite blown away within days of noticing the difference, of feeling a sensation of being deeply nourished for the first time in my life. It was a feeling I didn't even know about. And I had done everything from being vegetarian for many years, being vegan for many years, being fully raw for many years, and then even for a few years back on animal products because I was trying to find that missing piece. There was something I knew was missing. I wanted to feel that deeper nourishment, and yet I never found it in any of those other diets until I experienced the power of these superfoods. So why? Why are these superfoods so powerful? And before I get into that, I'll also share some of the things that I noticed personally. I had had a history of eczema, so my eczema cleared up. My energy levels soared and went through the roof. I was finally waking up feeling full of joy and energy and excitement to take on my day rather than that sluggishness and sort of doom of, oh my gosh, another day living on this planet and this body and feeling weighed down by what I've now come to realize are certain toxins that we're all exposed to and can accumulate, but also the lack of true nutrition, even from organic food, and our ability for our guts to be able to absorb and assimilate it. So I just felt amazing, and I lost a little bit of weight, got fit, started to build some muscle. My teeth whitened. They were getting black and brown streaked from being demineralized from having two babies and nursing and not getting enough nutrition. Um, and I just started to really feel like I was coming home to myself and alive in my body. And I was 40 years old at the time. And since then, over the past 6 years, just continue to feel like I'm growing younger in my vitality and my energy levels. And after lifetime, 4 decades of digestive issues, was starting to really see progress in that, and now have fully come through massive digestive discomfort and blockages and challenges. So why are these superfoods so unique from anything else out there? And I had tried other superfoods, and many people, I've heard so many stories of people who have tried everything else out there and then come here and find results, like I said before. Number one, the soil. And most people don't realize that they say 97 to 99% of the soils on the planet are depleted of minerals and nutrients, which means this equal amount of food is depleted of minerals and nutrients, which means the equal amount of people who are eating those foods are deplete of minerals and nutrients. That means that 1% of the food that's being grown on the planet is really remineralized, is really grown in regenerative soils, meaning that the input is continually being put back into the soil to grow that nutrient content and minerals, whereas most agriculture, even organic, is constantly pulling nutrients out of the soil, let alone killing off the soil microbiome with chemicals. So the food itself is pretty empty and void of real nutrition. So that was the number one thing, was the soil. And I hadn't ever experienced food like that before. So we're talking about the 1% of this food, and it being superfoods, meaning it's more nutrient dense than just your average food. We're talking like the 1% of the 1%, which is what we have, which is why it's like gold, and we're so passionate about sharing this because it's accessible and can be shipped anywhere. So number two, let's talk about that shipping. The way that the owner, founder, formulator decided to create this product, because he asked him, he saw the food crisis, he saw the over toxicity happening in agriculture and in the formulation of foods. And he also saw the undernourishment, the lack of real nutrition and minerals in the foods that were being grown. And so he said, how can I make the greatest impact in changing this trajectory? How can I reach the masses as a farmer? And so he devised a low temperature dehydration method where the wind is actually blowing juice crystals, separating the water from powdered juice crystals. And so this low temperature, low heat dehydration method is encapsulating the maximum amount of nutrients and enzymes. So this is revolutionary because these farms are growing this regenerative, way beyond organic, very pure food. They're harvesting it, washing it, juicing it, all there right on site, and then low temperature wind dehydrating it in this kind of silo vortex situation, and then packaging these crystal powders, and then sending it to the manufacturer to mix it and package it and label it and ship it out to us. So that's amazing, because then I understood why they're so powerful. Once you add water, it becomes a living food again, and it's just so dense with nutrition. Now, the next thing is that when it comes to that manufacturer, there's an in-house microbiologist that is testing for any level of any kind of contaminant. And if anything is detected, that batch is discarded. So the purity standards are the highest I've ever seen in the industry. Most companies tolerate a certain window of contamination to increase profit margin. They just say, well, it's kind of unavoidable. You know, there's so much glyphosate, which is Roundup. There's agricultural chemical residue. There's heavy metals. There's mold. We're just going to be okay with some of it. And many of these superfood companies, even if they started out with the right intention, have been bought out by bigger corporations, Nestle and these other corporations whose number one bottom line is profit. It isn't the health of humanity like Purium, that's the name of this company, has in mind. So that's another reason why these stand apart from anything else, is the purity standards. Finally, and this is so important, is that speaking of glyphosate, if you don't know about it, it is the chemical that is Roundup. And it has become such a widespread issue in our times, potentially one of, if not the most critical health crisis that we're facing, is that this Roundup, this glyphosate, is found in all foods, pretty much, even organic foods, at least 75 to 80%. It's found in umbilical cords and breast milk. It's found in water, in soil, in air. It's very hard to avoid. It was developed to really just increase profit, once again, in the agricultural, Monsanto pharmaceutical conglomerates. And it has infiltrated the earth and our bodies, causing massive damage. It's essentially a very strong antibiotic. So it's killing off the gut microbiome, leading to autoimmune issues and cancers. In fact, if you look at the charts, the rate of cancer and autoimmune diseases go up at the exact same rate as the application of Roundup to the planet. So, and including autism and mental health disorders and all kinds of things. So it's very challenging to actually avoid it. We can do our best eating organic and all of that. But again, the owner, founder, formulator saw this health crisis coming and said, what can I do? And he developed the first and only product that literally pulls glyphosate out of the gut. It is clinically proven 75% of the glyphosate is removed from the gut within 6 weeks of this product, and repopulates the gut microbiome, heals the gut lining and the gut villi, restoring absorption and assimilation, so restoring balance to the gut microbiome. So this to me is a very profound product because it's related to so many issues, including our immune systems. 80% of the immune system is housed in the gut, and serotonin is produced, so our, all of our emotional well-being. So for all of those reasons, I am passionate about sharing about this. So let me dive into a little bit about how this program works. If you're interested in joining us for 30 or 60, or I encourage you to do the full 90 days to really see the progress. What you'll do is you'll get your first 30-day pack, and within that, it comes in this nice box. It's called the Ultimate Lifestyle Transformation. This is how most people get started. And the company is also committed to going plastic free. So you'll notice that all of the packaging is biodegradable and very low carbon footprint. In fact, going plastic free over the past few years, we've eliminated, I think, close to 200,000 pounds of plastic so far from landfills. And I may have that number off. I'm not always up to date on all of it. So the first product that I want to share with you is kind of like the foundation of all of this, is going to be this shake. It comes in this biodegradable packaging. It's made out of bamboo and tree sap and hemp, and it's actually non-GMO compostable. It's actually home compostable, so you can even like bury it in your yard or add it to your compost pile or even make little planters out of it. This shake, you'll also get one of these really nice blender bottles. So you're just mixing it with water, and it is full of vegetables and grasses and algae and just the equivalent of many, many, many superfood salads, all condensed into this delicious shake. Despite all of those ingredients, it has a really delicious flavor that, again, everything in this entire box is simply whole foods. There's no fillers, nothing synthetic, nothing made in a lab, no binders, no weird add-ons. It's just whole foods condensed into a way to be delivered into all across the nation and even over into Europe and Canada, into food deserts and beyond. So this is the Power Shake. It really helps you just come back to life full of energy. It's a great coffee substitute, a great way to really get all of your nutrition and energy and and alkalize your body because there's so much green. So a lot of this whole program is helping us to alkalize, which is, if you know about cancers and disease, they cannot live in an alkaline environment. The second product I want to tell you about, and this is our only product that is not yet plastic free. It's the only product Purium doesn't actually manufacture themselves, and it's called the Super Aminos. This is an extraordinary vegan protein source. Our bodies actually utilize amino acids more than, say, pure protein. And so this is 99% bioavailable, meaning we only have 1% of all of this that our body then needs to process as waste, versus animal protein or other proteins, you're only getting about 30-something% of that protein utilized, and then your kidney and liver needs to process the waste from that. So it's not the most efficient. This is going to be something you take first thing in the morning. Incredible energy source. It's brain food. It builds muscle, skin elasticity. It actually burns fat even when you're not working out. And you can use this as a pre-workout product. So these are incredible, especially if you're vegan, but certainly for anyone who is just looking for a really potent protein and energy source. The third product I want to talk to you about is the Biomedic. So this is the one that pulls out the glyphosate, and I kind of already went over what that does. It's an herbal formulation. You're going to take it a couple of times a day. This is actually safe for children. It's even safe for nursing and pregnant mothers. This is powerful. If I could wave a magic wand and have everybody on the planet on this, I think we would see massive transformation in human health. The last product I want to talk about is this elixir that we take at night called Apothecary. So this is a tart cherry concentrate. It's the only ingredient is tart cherry, which it's an old grandma recipe for gout. It is anti-inflammatory. It's the highest food in helping the body produce natural melatonin. So it helps you go into a deep REM state of sleep at night where your body is rejuvenating all the cells, and you wake up refreshed. So it's also a very potent antioxidant and just really, really incredible for lowering stress and helping with regenerative healing that happens with this program. So those are the main 4 products, and at some point during the first 30 days, with the addition of hydrating juices and teas and fruits and vegetables, you're going to also include, depending on, we have different programs or different schedules you can choose. You can learn more about that from the person who's sharing this with you. You're going to add in this herbal formulation that is another intestinal cleanser. This one's going to address candida, parasites, fungus, mold, any kind of buildup and stagnation in the gut that needs breaking up and flushing out. I can't remember the numbers, but most humans, especially in the United States, walk around with pounds and pounds of undigested, stagnant junk in their guts, which is what you often see as that bloat or that big belly. It's not necessarily fat, it's the weight of undigested food. So this herbal formulation is going to help clear that, and you're going to feel amazing to get that out of your system. So that is the main ultimate lifestyle transformation, and the most popular way to get started right now is to get our pack called the ULT Plus Immune and include a formulation called Zincaid. This is a 100% food-based immune support blend that includes zinc, vitamins A, D, C, E. It even has the delivery mechanism for zinc, the quercetin, again, from a food source, from guava leaf. And it's just an incredible prophylactic for your immunity if you're working in the school system or traveling or feel stressed or weighed down in other ways and just want to give a good support to your immune function. That's an incredible add-on, and you can take that daily, and it's bright red and full of antioxidants and life and really beautiful. So that is our superfoods bundle. And what you're going to get additionally when you purchase your pack is you're going to get support from a team of people who are going to be answering your questions, who are going to be offering tips, recipes, guided visualizations, and relaxation techniques, and even movement classes if you choose to participate in that level of support. This is a program that is designed, you're going to get all kinds of paperwork with QR codes you can scan and learn more. It's designed that you could do this all by yourself at home if that's how you prefer, or you can join our group container and get the support of facilitators who have been walking people through this and other community members who are going on the journey with you. We have an app that you can join called Mighty Networks, and that's where we have a lot of these resources and people can connect with each other in that way as well. And we also have a Telegram thread where there's activity happening to support each other on the journey. So this is our ultimate lifestyle transformation. And I want to speak a little bit to why it's so powerful to do it right now. Having done this for 6 years, I can tell you that once we get into the month of November, people have all kinds of reasons why they don't want to do a transformation. People worry that they can't go to parties or be around family, or don't want to have to miss out on Thanksgiving or these holiday indulgences or social occasions. The truth is, there is definitely a way to navigate these transformations even in that. And yet, how much easier would it be to go into the holidays not having to worry about those schedule conflicts in your calendar, and going into the holidays fully cleared out and cleaned out so that your body may not actually go back to some of those same habits over the holidays that it has in the past. Literally my favorite part about this program is that your taste buds change, which means your cravings change, which means your body is going to send you signals that it wants more fruits and vegetables, that it wants more living foods and deeper nutrition. Most people tend to absolutely crave these power shakes and look forward to them every single day. I'm into 6 years and I still enjoy my shake every day, and these aminos and all of this nutrition to feel fully alive, full of energy, very robust in my immune system, and very clear in my mind and emotional balance. It's also incredible for hormones and any of the symptoms or conditions that come with hormone imbalance. It's an incredible regulator. I've seen people come off pharmaceutical medications. I've seen people become athletes and bodybuilders after doing these transformations. I've seen people who couldn't get pregnant for years get pregnant. I've watched people increase their milk supply who are having a hard time before that providing enough milk for their babies. I've watched people overcome chronic pain, joint pain, skin issues. The list goes on and on. Really getting a longer lease on life and having more time and enjoyment of the quality of the life that they're living. So I want to tell you a little bit about the costs, and then I'm going to close it out and invite you to get with a person who's sharing this with you. They have a 25% discount code for you, and that's going to get you these unique prices. So like I said, most people are getting started with this pack, the Ultimate Lifestyle Transformation Plus Immune, and this is going to be a initial purchase of $364 for the month. If you choose to continue for the following months, that you'll continue with that price, or some people start with just the Ultimate Lifestyle Transformation, which is $329 for the month. So that's $11 a day. And we can ask ourselves, what am I spending $11 a day on now that I may not be getting the same quality of nutrient density. Maybe it's those snacks or those desserts or those drinks or those cocktails or who knows, those coffee beverages, whatever. You can actually transfer some of that or all of that into this purchase. And many people find they actually save on their grocery bill because they're getting so much of their nutrition from this box, even though they're adding in produce and other whole food snacks and meals into the month-long program. But they're also not as hungry because they're getting so much more food and nutrition and satisfaction from these superfoods. So although it's a sticker price initially, you might actually find yourself saving food, and you are definitely investing in your wellness now, so you're not paying for your illness later. And we're paying the farmers now so that we're not paying the doctors later. So thank you so much for being on this call, or checking out this replay. I appreciate your time. Our time is our most valuable resource, so I really honor that you're taking the time to do this. And congratulations if you're going to take the next step. Get with the person who's sharing this with you for that 25% discount. Those prices I gave were after the discount is applied, and they can help you get started to make that purchase and plug into our support systems. We're going to have an amazing fall transformation. Thank you.